Hello students, I am teacher Anuja from the Wave Private School. Today we are going to learn on topic compounds and mixture. From this topic we are going to learn about more about mixtures. This topic we have already learned about atoms, molecule and compound. Let us revise again. What are atoms? Atoms are tiny particles which are found in surrounding, that is called as atom. What is molecule? A group of atoms that are joined together is called molecule. Now see student, you can figure out from this image, atom is a tiny particle. Molecule, the group of atoms, these are joined together. That is called molecule. And what is compound? A compound is a substance that is made from two or more different elements that have been chemically bonded. Now look at this compound. Now see, in this there is two or more different elements that have been chemically joined. So compounds in this, they are joined chemically, not physically. Okay, so such elements which are combined together chemically, those are called compound. Let us see some chemically compounds. Some chemical compounds, for example, water, ammonia, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen peroxide. Now see student, what is the formula of water? That is H2O. It means two atoms of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. That gives you water. Similarly, for ammonia, the chemical formula is NH3, that is one atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen. That makes ammonia, that is NH3. Whereas for carbon dioxide, the chemical formula is CO2. It means one carbon atom bonded with two oxygen atom. Similarly, with hydrogen peroxide, there are two hydrogen atom combined with two oxygen atom. Now got the point, student? Exactly what are the common chemical compounds? Let us proceed to next. As we learn about atoms, molecule, compound, let us see what are mixtures. When two or more materials or substance that are mixed together but do not chemically combine. I repeat again, do not chemically combine. In compound we saw they are chemically joined, but in mixture they are not chemically combined. That means they retain their original properties. This means they can be separated by physical means. For example, you can see this, there are variety of candies, so these are mixture of candies. You can separate them by physically, like by hand picking you can separate it to its original pack. Similarly, in this is the mixture of vegetables where you can see it is not chemically combined. Okay, so such mixtures are called as mixture and they are not chemically combined, which retain to their original properties. Let us proceed to next. Air is a mixture. Now you can see air, you cannot see all the gases around. We feel there is everywhere oxygen, but no, it's absolutely wrong. Air is a mixture. It is a mixture of pure substances like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water, etc. You can see this is the air. It is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, water and carbon dioxide. So there are many sorts of molecules in air. The O2 molecules, N2 molecules, CO2 molecules and H2O molecules, that is water. So got it student? The air which is around us, it is not only oxygen or carbon dioxide. So in that there is presence of N2 molecules and also carbon dioxide molecules. So that all gases is said to be as a mixture, which is air. Air is a mixture of all these gases. This is a practical diagram of some of the gases in the air. Now you can see there is oxygen in which two atoms of oxygen are bonded. Similarly with nitrogen, two atoms of nitrogen are bonded. Water, that is H2O, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Whereas you can see for carbon dioxide also one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Whereas you can see here argon, one atom, and there are a lot of other gases also present. Got it? We saw how are mixtures and how mixtures are separated. They are separated because they are not chemically combined. They are physically mixed. So let us see one example with chemicals, iron and sulfur. You can see in this first box the gray dots. These are iron, that is Fe. Plus in another box there is sulfur, that is yellow dots. So when iron and sulfur is mixed together, it gives mixture of iron and sulfur. Now you can see it is not mixed chemically. You can distinguish yellow as sulfur and gray as iron. Got it? So this is the mixture of iron and sulfur. Whereas when this mixture is heated, you can see the iron and sulfide get combined to each other and it gives a compound, that is iron sulfide. Now see, when you only mix iron and sulfur physically, then you cannot see the combination between iron and sulfur. But when you heat this, when there is a heat between the mixture of iron and sulfur, you will see iron sulfide compound. Got this point, student? Let us proceed to next. Now see student, in our surrounding we see some metals, some alloys, steel, like you can call it like as the safety doors which are made of steel. So it is not naturally found. The steel is not naturally. It is a combination of two or more elements. Okay, so the mixture of two or more elements in a solid solution, that is called an alloy. Let us see now what is our alloy. Okay, now alloy is called as metal mixture. The mixture of metal is called as alloy. An alloy is a mixture of two or more elements in solid solution in which the major component is a metal. For example, see, you can see this steel. Okay, these steels, you can see these are used in constructions and on many purposes they are used. So how they are made? They are made by using iron and carbon. Okay, so iron and carbon, when they are mixed together, it gives steel. So got it, student? What are alloys? Alloys are metal mixture. Let us see some examples of alloy. Example of alloy, that is metal mixture. Now see student, these are some examples like brass, then bronze, then metal sludge, steel, copper, cast iron, aluminium. So these all are combination of two or three metals. Those are combined together and then these alloys are made. Okay, now we will see one example of bronze. So students, you know, when you win some competition or any game, you do get medals like gold medal, then silver medal, then bronze medal. Now see, gold is a pure form. Okay, so you can get naturally gold. Silver is also pure form. You can get pure form of silver. But what about bronze? You don't get bronze. So that is a mixture of two or more elements. Now let us see how bronze is made. Okay, now see, a bronze is a mixture of copper and tin. So copper you get naturally, tin also you get naturally. So when this copper and tin are combined together, they give bronze. Okay, so it has yellow, dark yellow in color. It is ductile and is a good conductor of heat. It means bronze is a good conductor of heat and electricity. It generates heat and electricity. It is used for making water pipe fitting, gas welding equipment, weapons, medals. Now see student, medals. I said silver, gold, silver and bronze. Okay, and trophies. You can see here the weapons earlier, the weapons which were used for war and etc purpose, so those were made of bronze, which is not naturally occurring element, but it is an alloy which is a mixture of two or more metals, and those metals are copper and tin. Clear with the alloy concept? Let us see the comparison of compound and mixture. Let's see compound and mixture. In compound, the composition of element present in a compound is fixed. In a compound, the composition of elements are fixed, whereas in mixture, the composition of element present in a mixture is not fixed. Why? Because they are physically attached, and in compound they are chemically attached. That's why composition of elements in a compound are fixed. Second point, the properties of compound are different from those of its elements. Now you can see in previous example we saw iron and sulfur. When they are mixed together as a mixture, they have the same property where we can distinguish the gray iron and the yellow sulfur. But when it is heated, you cannot distinguish. You see these both are combined. Okay, so the properties of compound are different from those of its elements, whereas in mixture it shows the properties of all its constituent elements. See, when you separate, we saw the example, the mixture of candies. When we separate it, you can see the distinct varieties of candies getting separated, and it returns to its original position. So it has and it shows the property of its constituent element. Third point, its constituent can be separated by chemical method only. Now see student, any elements are mixed together, they combine with chemically, so it cannot be separated by physical, it can be separated by chemical method only, whereas in mixture they can be separated by physical method. Fourth point, a compound is always homogeneous in nature. Okay, homogeneous means both the faces are indifferent, but in mixture it can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. So got the comparison between compound and mixture. So this was the end of the subtopic. Thank you.